Hola, hoy vamos a continuar en capítulo 7. Ayer cubrimos el vocabulario para capítulo 7 y también cubrimos saber y conocer. Estos dos verbos significan to know, pero tienen usos diferentes. Saber significa to know a fact, to know a date, to know something that you can learn or memorize. Conocer is to know a person, a place, like the city you live in, you know about it, or to meet someone. Continuamos en página 206 hoy. This is expressing what or whom, direct objects, and the personal along with direct object pronouns. So you can read Gramática en Acción and see the pronouns used. We have la como todos los días, por eso tengo que comprarla con frecuencia. Nunca lo como, no necesito comprarlo. And then we have los bebo todos los días, por eso tengo que comprarlos con frecuencia. Las como de vez en cuando, por eso no las compro a menudo. So these are direct object pronouns. We're going to start with the personal a. Página 207 tiene las reglas, si quiere. So we have, in English and Spanish, the direct object of a sentence answers the question what or whom in relation to the subject and the verb. So we have Anna is preparing dinner. Anna is preparing what? Dinner. They can't hear the waiter. They can't hear whom? Who? The waiter. So that is how we can answer the question who or what. The personal a. In Spanish, the word a immediately precedes the direct object of a sentence when the direct object refers to a specific person or persons or a pet. This a is called the personal a, and it has no equivalent in English. The personal a is not used when the direct object is a non-specific person or an unknown person. Vamos a visitar a nuestros abuelos. Who are you going to visit? Your grandparents. Who are you going to visit? Our grandparents. Necesitan a sus padres. Who do they need? They need their parents. The personal a is used before the interrogative word quién and quiénes when they function as direct objects. ¿A quién llamas? Al camarero. So the English verbs to listen to look at, to wait for, are all followed by prepositional phrases. However, the Spanish equivalents of these verbs, escuchar, mirar, and esperar, are not followed by prepositions. They are followed by the personal a before a specific person or pet. And you can look at those sentences and see the difference there. Other uses of a. Don't confuse the personal a with other uses of the word a that you have learned so far. A is the preposition to, and a is used after some verbs before the infinitive. Continuamos a página 208. Direct object pronouns. So these are the direct object pronouns. Me, te, lo, la, nos, los, las. Direct object pronouns are the first recipient of the action of the verb. They serve to avoid unnecessary repetition of a noun that has already been mentioned, as in the first two examples to the right. ¿Dónde están las zanahorias? ¿Las necesitas ahora mismo? ¿Conoces a Diego? No, no lo conozco. You can also note that direct object pronouns are placed before a conjugated verb and after the word no when it appears. Third person direct object pronouns are used only when the direct object pronoun has already been mentioned. Okay, so with infinitives or present participles, the direct object pronouns can precede the main verb or follow and be attached to the infinitive. So, las tengo que leer las. Lo estoy comiéndolo. If you attach it to the end of the present participle, you need to make sure there is an accent over the correct syllable where the stress falls in the word. So comiéndolo has an accent over the E. There are multiple meanings of lo, la, los, and las. It, him, or you. No lo veo por la niebla. Who is lo? It could be a lot of different things. It could be a building, it could be a person, it could be a dog, it could be a tree. So that's why you only use that after it's been specified. The pronoun lo, the direct object pronoun lo, can refer to actions, situations, or ideas in general. When used this way, lo expresses the English it or that. Lo comprende muy bien. He understands it very well. No lo creo. I don't believe it. I don't believe that. Lo sé. I know. So that is direct object pronouns and how they're used. The best way I know how to tell you this is whenever you see a sentence, we'll go to C, exercise C on page 209. So, aquí hay una lista de diferentes comidas. ¿Cree usted que las come un vegetariano? Conteste según los modelos. So, you have las patatas. If you think that a vegetarian eats potatoes, you would say, un vegetariano come las patatas. So, they eat what? The potatoes. Las patatas is plural and it's feminine, so you can replace that with las. I'm going to diagram this out for you. Hold on. Okay, so this is how I would do it. So we have un vegetariano, I don't feel like spelling that out, come las patatas. So you can mark las patatas, and you know it's las, and then you can move it to in front of the conjugated verb. So un vegetariano las come. Mark that out, change it, move it in front of the conjugated verb, and there you have it. That is the best way I know how to tell you to practice that. There is a lot of good exercises for practice on page 209 and 210 and 211 as well. Go ahead and do exercise D en página 209 para tarea. If you have any questions about this as you're studying it and as you're doing it, let me know. And we will be done for today.